Today we're going to talk about the standing bow, or as Bikram likes to say, standing bow pulling. Now I've done many videos on this subject before, this pose, but this is going to be different today because this is going to be all about hands-on assists and how you as a yoga teacher can help your students get on the right track. Sometimes words aren't enough.
It's great. Now I'm excited.
Now you don't have to be a teacher to benefit from this video. If you're a student, you've been doing yoga for a while, you have a friend, significant other, these adjustments may help them as well. But if you are a teacher, one of the first things you want to do in offering hands-on assists is ask permission first. Maybe they have an injury. Maybe they don't want to be touched. Ask permission. And then these hands-on adjustments can be a miracle. We just got back from Costa Rica, our 24th annual Barkan Method Hot Yoga Teacher Training Program and Retreat. So what I did during the clinic time was that I recorded me doing hands-on assists. So we're going to go back and forth to the Costa Rica Yoga Studio, and you can see how I apply these assists in real time. By the way, if you're interested in coming with us to Costa Rica next year for the 25th Barkan Method Teacher Training Program and Retreat, you can come as a retreater. You can bring your significant other. There's many things they can do. I put links in the description below. We'd love to have you join us next year. It's May 10th to the 17th, 2025. The first person we're going to look at is Sophia, a senior Barkan teacher from Iceland. She teaches in Rica, which is this famous fitness studio. In fact, we're doing a teacher training program there in July, the Barkan Method, from July 7th to 11th. I put links in the description below. What Sophia's doing is she's crunching your shoulders. We want to get the shoulders to extend away from the body. So let's head right over to the studio with Sophia. Okay, now the first thing I want you to look at is the shoulders. See the shoulders? Her knee is a little bit too far over to the left. Okay, now come on back. So one of the things you'll see a lot of people do, did you see her shoulders? Like an accordion, she's scrunched. So we're going to get those shoulders away from her head to get that extension. So now I'm going to come over. I'm going to hold her elbow, and I'm going to hold her hand where she's holding the foot. I could also have her go down just a little bit lower on her grip. That's going to free up some release in the hip. Now she's going to come forward. See, now you gave up your dancer thing. You got that dancer hand going. Yeah. Now she's going to come forward. I'm not going to have her kick too high in the beginning. I want her to get down a little bit lower. And I'm going to take the left knee and bring it underneath from here to here. But I'm going to do that almost with my thumb as I'm putting here, and I'm holding her elbow. Now I'm going to take her here, and now we're going to get the shoulders away from her. You see that? From here to here. And there's the extension that she needs to have. Welcome back to my home. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, hit the notification bell. Any questions or concerns about this posture, put them down below. I'm happy to get back to you. If you want to learn all about hot yoga, hit the like and the subscribe button right now. Now we're going to head back over to the studio with Aaron. But before we do that, you have to understand the equation that I've said this before many times on my channel. 40% is the hamstring of the standing leg that is required for you to be successful in this pose. 20% is the shoulder that you're kicking with, the arm that you're kicking with, that shoulder and the hip joint that's releasing back behind you, and 40% is the back bend. What happens is sometimes people overarch their back. So we don't want that to happen. Let's go over to the studio with Aaron. I'll show you what not to do in overarching your back. So as you come down into the position, what you don't want to do is overarch your back. Lift your head up and, yeah, you don't want to do that. That's an overarch. That's the last thing we want to do. Welcome back to my home. So let's break down that equation again. 40% is the back bend, which is important and necessary for you to be successful in this pose. 20% is the shoulder and the hip with the leg you're kicking with. The remaining 40% is the hamstring flexibility of your standing leg. So what happens is, if you kick too high too soon and you don't have the flexibility in your hamstring, you're going to get stuck. Your body's not going to allow you to come down. Your body's going to push you off to the side. So let's head back to the studio in Costa Rica with Aaron. If you push too high in the beginning, kick, 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 and now I have her come down, she's going to be stuck. Her hamstring's not going to let her come down, and if she's really a fighter, she's going to force it, and her body's going to do this, and she's going to go over to the left. You know why? The hamstring's pushing her over to the side. We're going to go back one more time with Aaron, and now I'm going to guide her and not allowing her to kick too high in the beginning so she can get her body lower. Let's head over to the studio, and I'll show you what I mean. So let's say I have her kick a little bit, so now I can get her to come down more, come down more, come down more. Now I got her 40%, now 100% working. Now she can kick from there. because now she has 100% of the equation. Another big mistake I see so many people making in standing bow is that their shoulder and their knee are not hidden behind their body. So let's say I'm reaching with this right arm. My left shoulder and my knee have to be behind me. If I see my knee sticking out to the side, my hip is not in the right position. Take a look at this picture and you can see what I mean from the angle. So we're going to head back to Costa Rica with Morgan, and I'm going to show you how to make that adjustment when the knee is sticking too far over to the side. You want to check out the position so then you can start making the adjustment that you need. So for Morgan, her shoulders are nice and extended. You can see the difference from Sophie and Aaron. She's getting a nice extension from the shoulders. But what's wrong with the picture with Morgan is that she's crooked. So her knee is sticking over to the left and her foot is to the right. So the adjustment I'm going to make for Morgan is to get her knee underneath her foot in a more direct position. You're holding the elbow and you're holding the foot. So here she comes. See right now she's got her left hip sticking down. We've got to get that left hip to come back. See that? From here, that's where she was off. I've got her hip back. Now her foot's going to come out of the back of her head. Look how subtle that is. I've got her hip behind her, and now the foot comes out of the back of her head. And now she's struggling a little bit just now because of the hamstring, right? You felt it, and it pushed you over to the side. But look how I've got her knee from here to here. See that? Now when I did that, she started going over again. So you're going to have to keep your body over to the right and keep that knee behind you. Were you guys able to see it? Okay, so let's do it one more time.
Okay.
Strong arm. We're shifting that hip back. Once again, another big difference between Bikram and Barkan. The hip is not square. That hip has to turn out. Now kick, strong arm. Now kick. And I'm holding her thumb. With my thumb, I'm holding her knee from here to here. And the only thing you have to watch is your upper body going to the left. So you have to really think of the hamstring stretching to make that happen. The one correction I wanted to make with Morgan that I couldn't see in Costa Rica because I was looking at it from a different angle, she wasn't quite low enough because her upper foot needs to be on the same line from the side as the standing foot. Her upper foot was a little bit too far back, which means she had to come forward a little bit more. That's a correction I wanted you to watch out for. Now we're going to head back to Costa Rica with Peyton. I'm going to show you what I mean by how I'm holding her upper hand and her upper foot with my thumb and my finger, because that's how you're going to be able to manipulate their knee underneath the foot, because it's such an important thing. When the knee's sticking out, we got to get it underneath. So your thumb and finger on that upper hand is going to manipulate that foot. I'll show you what I mean in Costa Rica. Also, here's another real important point. Don't hold on to a bony part of your leg. Hold on where you can feel the flesh. You can squeeze the flesh. So like the arrow is pulling the arrow against the bow. You can squeeze and you have a feel of it. If you're holding bone, it'll create tension. But if you can squeeze it, you're going to get more pliancy. Is that a word? Pliancy? Okay, no? Okay, down she goes. You're going to feel more elastic. How's that? So for Peyton, stay right there. Okay, so for Peyton, she's getting a nice extension, but what's happening is her knee is sticking a little bit out to the right. So therefore, she's going to be limited on how high she can get that leg. So she's going to get her knee, imagine my elbow's her knee, underneath the foot. And the only way she's going to do that is your assist. So she could go, she's definitely going to go below, just a little bit lower, just a hair lower. She's definitely going to go below the ankle. So now, she could kick a little higher because she has the flexibility. But my thumb is holding her. I'm actually pushing this way with my thumb. That's really important to understand, strong arm. You're going to feel this soft arm. Tell them the strength of that arm. So now she comes down. I'm going to get her knee behind her foot so the foot grows out of the head. Can you see the knee, the difference now? Strong arm. Come down a little bit. Chin up a little bit. There. So I'm pushing this way. Now kick up. Now kick up. Now kick up. Down a little more. Chin up. Chin up. There. Good. She broke my thumb. but that was good. Now we're going to look at Adriana. She's now taking us to the next level. As we get more advanced, now you can kick up a little bit higher, a little bit sooner. Remember, the equation is how high you kick initially depends on the flexibility of your standing leg hamstring. So the advanced people need to kick up even higher in the beginning, but here's the problem. Because the new student, or a student that's not as flexible in this pose, sees the advanced student and thinks that that's what they're supposed to do, is kick way up in the air. If you emulate the new student, you're going to be stuck up there in the clouds. You got to get that body down. So let's head over to the studio with Adriana and you'll see what I mean. You can see her leg over to the right. Yeah, so, okay. So what's happening is her leg is over to the right, and very similar to Morgan, she was stuck over here in her hip. This side was stuck. So what we're going to do, same grip, my thumb's inside, my fingers are outside, so I can manipulate her knee. Strong arm, I can feel this arm getting soft, tell them to straighten that arm. They're going to come down. I'm going to keep the knee behind her, the shoulder behind her. You can see the difference. Now she comes down. Keep your head a little more straight. Strong arm. Come down more. That's it. Now her hamstring stretching. Now she's in her 40%, 100%. Relax your foot a little bit. Now kick. Now kick. Strong arm. Now kick. Now chin up a little bit. That's it. Chin a little bit to the left. Yes. Now kick. There it is.
I'm broken.
And my thumb's broken too. Welcome back to my home. We're going to look at one more advanced student, Kate, and she's really close to getting her legs straight in the standing bow, and she has to kick up all the way in the beginning to release that back hip. So let's head back over to Costa Rica at our yoga studio there, which gets pretty hot, by the way, and take a look at Kate. One thing I don't want you to do too much either is point this toe. You got it? Don't point this toe so much in the beginning, because if you point it, it creates tension. Relax it first. Point it at the very end. So I'm going to grab her with my thumbs inside, my fingers inside, outside. I'm going to have her kick up and have her come down. Strong arm. Now from here, just hold this strong. Now she's going to kick. I'm going to keep her knee underneath her. Knee underneath her. Knee underneath. Strong arm. Knee underneath her. Kick up. Body down just a little bit more. Good. But you see the difference? Welcome back. We're going to go back to Costa Rica one more time with Kate, and this is one advanced tip and trick that I developed when someone's really close to straightening their leg in the standing bow and they're not just quite there. I did this for some other advanced people over the years. I think I did it with Isaac Garcia about 25 years ago. In order for you to get that leg completely straight, if you're able to hold your balance and look in the side mirror and see where you're at, you have a visual. Let's go back to the studio in Costa Rica with Kate and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So here we go. She's going to kick up, reach forward. Her knee stays underneath. Kick up, strong arm. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing with this arm. Keep it strong. Come down. Don't point your toes so much. Come down more. Now kick up, kick up, kick up, kick up. Now look in the mirror. Now straighten your leg. Now look back. That visual. She went, oh, that's not that far. I can do that. It's amazing how much further you can go when you have a visual. Yeah. If you're able to maintain your balance, look in the mirror and do that and then look back. That's hard to do. Wasn't that cool to see how she straightened her leg at the end? She could have come down a little bit lower again. I really couldn't tell because I was doing the hands-on adjustment, but that's a really cool tip for Kate, get that leg straight finally. So understanding the hands-on assists can get your student to the next level where sometimes words don't apply. And by the way, if you're interested in joining us next year for our 25th Barkan Method annual Costa Rica teacher training program or retreat, if you have a significant other that's not a teacher, they're more than welcome to join us. There's many things that you can do, all kind of excursions that we take. I put links down in the description below. So that's our episode for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, hit the notification bell. Any questions, comments, put them down below. I'm happy to get back to you, and I'll see you the next video. Bye, everyone.